Hey, everybody. I hope you're having a happy Wednesday so far. Today's probably going to be a lot easier than yesterday. We had Venus squaring Neptune yesterday, which was not fun. But today it looks like it's going to be a lot more chill. And we'll talk about that. We shall talk about today. So, good morning, Sin. It's great to see you live. I know that you haven't been able to make the live, so welcome. Thank you for joining me today. So what we're dealing with today is Margot Robbie. Well, I wish we were dealing with her today, but she is a Cancer, so that's why she is relevant. Have you seen I, Tanya? I know I mentioned this yesterday. Good morning, Grandma. Good morning, Diane. I loved I, Tanya. It was just such a great flick. Good afternoon, M169. Good afternoon for you. I know that's the only thing I don't like about living on the West Coast is that I feel like I'm running late for everything because other people have already started their day. Even if I wake up at 5, it's already 8 a.m. Anyway, so Wednesday, today, we have it being Mercury's day, the planet of communication. So you want to pad your schedule with a little extra wiggle room. We're pretty much out of the woods with Mercury retrograde, but it's going to be really up to speed the 2nd of November. So keep that in mind. Moon in Cancer today, like the gorgeous Margot Robbie. Cancer moon ideals include feeling good, nesting, resting, domestic tasks, home, family, TLC, emotional wellness, and security, and just feeling yummy, just getting into that place within yourself. Cancer is said to rule home and family, and it does. However, our true home we take around with us wherever we go. So you want to feel at home within the self, and you'll be super stoked enjoying your day. Good morning, Heather. Afternoon, rather. Good morning, everyone. Seraphin, good morning. Good morning, Fran. Good to see you. Let's see. Oh, look at this. I was doing last minute communication this morning with my transplant coordinator. Yeah, I found the test you need. Wonderful. I'm so glad to hear that. So yeah, today's not really crazy in terms of aspects. At the end of this video, we're going to talk about our Leo moon. That's going to be fun to talk about for those people who are on the East Coast and won't be getting my broadcast super early tomorrow. We'll talk about tomorrow's aspects. But while we're at it, please like this video and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. I would appreciate it. Now for the news today. I mean, these stories are not great, meaning they're a little bit, upsetting, I think. Or I don't know, maybe upsetting is being too dramatic. No, I think it's fair to say actually it's upsetting what's in the news today. There's a lot of stuff going on. So the first thing we're going to talk about though is Rittenhouse. Apparently the men shot by Rittenhouse can't be called victims during trial, but rioters, looters are okay. It's okay to call them that per the judge. The judge said using the word victim to describe the men shot by Rittenhouse, including 2 who died, would be loaded with prejudice. Fascinating. So just to get a background of this story, the 3 men Kyle Rittenhouse shot during a protest against police brutality in Wisconsin can be labeled rioters, looters, and arsonists if the teenager's defense team has evidence to support the characteristics. But they shouldn't be called victims, the judge in his murder trial ruled this week. The decision was among the ground rules Kenosha County Judge Bruce E. Schroeder set Monday for the trial, which is expected to begin November 1st. Rittenhouse, now 18, was charged with homicide and attempted homicide after he fatally shot Rosenbaum, Huber, and Grosskreutz in how do you say that? Genosha? I said it right previously. I must have lost it in my brain. During protests that followed the shooting of Jacob Blake, a black man, by a white police officer. Rittenhouse, who was 17 at the time of the shooting, used a semi-automatic rifle. that resembles the made-for-military AR-15s. He has said that he went to the demonstrations on August 25th, 2020 to help protect businesses from looters when he was attacked, and that he acted in self-defense. The DA Binger has asked the judge to prohibit the defense from describing the men who were shot with pejorative language. On Monday, Schroeder reiterated his reportedly long-held policy against allowing the word victim in his criminal trials until there is a conviction. He said the word is loaded with prejudgment. Binger, the prosecutor, argued that the word rioters, looters, and arsonists are loaded, if not more loaded, than victim. You've not let me call someone a victim when it was proven, he told Schroeder. I would love to hear what you guys think about this mess. Yeah. I think it's pretty interesting. This is where I stand. I stand with Tim. Tim tweets, why was Kyle Rittenhouse even there in the first place? He was driven across straight lines by his mother, given a weapon he couldn't legally own, and dropped in the middle of a riot. He went there looking for conflict and found it. He and his mom should be sharing a cell. Yeah, I'm with Tim here. I mean, I think that from my standpoint, from what I think, I think he went there looking for trouble and he got it. But I'd love to hear what you think. I don't understand why they're being. I mean, is there proof that the people that he shot were looters, rioters, arsonists? I'm guessing so if the judge is allowing it. But yeah, it's a very sad story. But yeah, my feeling is that he was looking for trouble. And yeah, he found it. Oh, well. Well, if you guys have any thoughts, if you think I'm wrong, if you think I'm not seeing something in regard to this, I would love to hear what you have to say. I'm always open to learning, but I think it's really awful. I personally think he may have gone there, but the videos show he's attacked by the guys he shot. Okay. Well, I haven't seen the video. I'm not with Tim. Kyle was going to protect the town where he worked and went to school. The people who he shot had criminal records. Okay. Interesting. And Heather, you think it was self-defense. Okay. Well, we will look further at this story. Maybe there'll be new light shed. But let's be thankful that things have really calmed down now. Things are a little bit better. Oh, I like this. Full disclosure, I'm on Kyle's side, but I don't agree with the judge. You get shot, you're a victim. Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty clear. You get shot, you're a victim. So yeah, thank you guys for giving me your. Oh, I see. No loaded words should be used to describe people in a trial. Yeah. I'm glad it's calmed down too. Things are getting better. Yeah, well, while we're at it, folks, please like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And also, let's talk about what's going on in Loudoun County. Parents are pissed off, which is probably the understatement of the century. Loudoun County parent says school board directly responsible for sexual assault. So, in Loudoun County, at a school board meeting yesterday, the county superintendent, and the school board, they're being asked to resign over a sexual assault in a school bathroom, which some parents say was part of a cover-up. The school board meeting followed student walkouts at 4 Loudoun County high schools earlier Tuesday. We're going to continue to hold them accountable, said Ian Pryor, executive director of FightForSchools.com and a Loudoun County parent, to the national desk's Jan Jeffcoat. You had about 100 people basically demanding that they resign at this meeting. The feeling here in Loudoun County, that's the feeling here in Loudoun County. The school board needs to go. The superintendent absolutely needs to go. Parents and students are inflamed over the report that a student who assaulted a girl in a school restroom last May was allowed to attend a different school in the county this fall, where another girl says she was also sexually assaulted. Earlier this week, a juvenile court judge found the 15-year-old guilty on all charges regarding the sexual assault in May. According to a statement, the student is in detention and due back in court in November. Pryor said parents have received zero clarification from the school board as to why the student was allowed to go to another school following sexual assault. Oh, Loudon, thank you. Please always correct my pronunciation because I wish I had better pronunciation and I don't. Pryor says parents have received zero clarification from the school board as to why the student was allowed to go to another school following sexual assault charges. Loudon County Superintendent Scott Ziegler said at a school board meeting in June that he was not aware of a sexual assault in the restroom, but in recently surfaced emails, Ziegler alerted the board to the report of an alleged sexual assault in a girl's restroom on May 28th. On October 14th, Ziegler apologized and said he wrongly interpreted the question regarding the bathroom incidents. But some parents say it's part of a cover-up to push a controversial policy regarding transgender students, and that the school board was aware that the student had a prior conviction for sexual assault. Quote, they are directly responsible for the second alleged sexual assault, said Pryor. They can point the fingers at policies and systems, but systems don't make decisions. People make decisions. The issue, of course, has become front and center in Virginia's election, with Republican candidate Youngkin calling for an investigation of the school board and greater police presence in schools. I think the issue, this is the issue in the election. Certainly, it's going to impact how Loudoun County votes. Just a little bit of background. The teenager accused of sexually assaulting a 9th grade girl in Loudoun County, Virginia high school was found guilty on all charges. The victim was assaulted in a woman's restroom at Stonebridge High School by a male allegedly wearing a skirt. A juvenile court judge found the evidence enough to convict, but will hold on sentencing until the convicted teenager, now 15, is tried for another alleged assault at a different high school. The case has become a focus for a national debate over the rights of parents to exercise control over their children's education and school experience, from transgender bathroom policy to masks to critical race theory. Yeah, this is quite interesting. So Sin says, I wonder how many people other than the 15-year-old hurt. Yeah, he was caught twice. How many more didn't say anything? Exactly. Are there other predators in that school district? Yeah, I mean, this is another instance in which I'm super happy I went to high school when I did. I mean, there are issues in all high schools, but I mean, this is, talk about complicated, right? With all this stuff that's going on in the schools, and oh God, being a parent now must be really, really tough. I'd love to hear what parents have to say about this. Are we missing something? Why was that child? Where was the child? I guess my question is, where is the child supposed to go? I mean, the kid is 15 years old, and I know that he's obviously an alleged perpetrator, but what's the alternative to putting him in another school? Because ostensibly putting him in another school would help him to potentially, if he's not dangerous, socialize and get sane, I guess. So this is interesting. My money is on the other girls too ashamed to come forward, either because they fear they won't be believed or because they fear backlash on the trans issue. So let me just get this straight. So the bathroom issue is, because they're calling this kid, this 15-year-old, a boy in the press. So I'm guessing he didn't go through any surgery, or he doesn't identify as a woman, or they wouldn't be calling him a he, right? So I guess the policy must have been, please clarify if you know, that if you identify as a woman, you can go into the female's bathroom, right? Because this is, this student was gender fluid. I mean, if you think about it, if you're like, say you're like a sex addict, right? I mean, all you have to do essentially is, say, oh, I think I'll be a girl, put on a skirt, and then I'll be able to, do this to girls. I mean, it's pretty scary if that's the case. So it's interesting. Oh, okay, this is a good point. They could have had him learn remotely until it was resolved. It's just interesting. I know that, I'm guessing, and this is just this topic is coming up more and more and more, and I think that most of us are so uninformed and don't really know about transgender issues, like the idea of there being a transgender in my high school, and having to actually share bathrooms with, a boy if you're a girl, or a girl if you're a boy. I mean, it just seems anathema. But I'm always looking to learn more about this very, very hot subject. And I'm very glad that I didn't have to go through anything like this in my high school. But I'd love to hear what you guys think. So definitely post in the comments what I might be missing. Yeah, so otherwise, I wanted to talk a little bit today about Jussie Smollett, or Jussie Smollett, as Dave Chappelle might say, just because we had somebody put a request in about looking what's going on with him due to his trial in November. His criminal case will move forward after judge denies dismissal request. The former Empire actor, as you probably remember, is accused of lying to the police about being the victim of a racist and homophobic hate crime in 2019. Yeah, okay. So his last-ditch effort to have a judge dismiss his criminal case related to allegations he lied to police about being the victim of a racist and homophobic hate crime was denied. An attorney for the former Empire actor said Smollett's rights were being violated since he had already performed community service. Interesting. And forfeited a $10,000 bond under a previous deal to drop charges in Cook County. Interesting. So obviously we remember this, right? In 2019, he told officers he'd been attacked by two men who hurled racial and homophobic slurs at him, wrapped a rope around his neck in the upscale neighborhood of Streeterville in Chicago. Police initially investigated it as an alleged hate crime, but were unable to find any video evidence of the incident. After speaking with these two guys, the brothers, authorities shifted the investigation into whether Smollett paid the brothers to stage an assault. According to former Chicago police superintendent, Smollett staged the attack on himself in order to promote his career. And he took a wrong turn there, didn't he? And paid the brothers only $3,500 to help him orchestrate it. A grand jury indicted Smollett in March 2019 of disorderly conduct for making a false report, but all charges were unexpectedly dropped just weeks later, sparking outrage. The case, however, was revived by the special prosecutor, and Smollett was again charged with disorderly conduct. The actor, who is Black and gay, has denied wrongdoing and pleaded not guilty. His attorney previously tried to have the case dismissed, but said Smollett wants nothing more than to go to a jury and clear his name. So interesting. So I wanted to look at his chart, and we do have a very good source as his time of birth, which is really, really nice. It's a very, very interesting chart. First thing that we notice is, if this is the correct time of birth, and golly, I hope it is, his sun and moon are in the exact same sign, degree. Not just the same sign, but they're conjunct, like it's an exact conjunction. So he was born on a new moon. This really empowers that Gemini energy. And what's interesting, what do we have opposing the Gemini moon and sun but Neptune, the planet of illusion, deception? So most likely, because the sun and moon are opposing Neptune, Jussie has encountered in his life, part of his lessons are dealing with others. Think opposite. Seventh house being the partner in your life or your parents when you're growing up, with illusion, right? So illusion is right here. Neptune opposing the sun and moon means that he most likely was dealing very early on in his life with being deceived, things being at least cloudy and confused in his life. But we also have, it's a dirty trine because Jupiter's in Scorpio, right? And we're in the last degree of Gemini here, so it's a dirty trine, meaning well, yeah, it's a it's a dirty trine because Jupiter is at 0 degrees Scorpio, and this sun and moon are right near Cancer, right? It's like 1 degree away from Cancer. So that Scorpio Jupiter makes a beautiful trine to his sun and moon, which really expands his ego and his emotionality. And it also provides lucky breaks, which probably is why he got off on this thing, this trial. It really amplifies the Gemini energy. And if Gemini has like one fault, it's that, well, they have, all of us have more than one fault, but one of Gemini's issues is they think that the smartest person in the room, and sometimes they're quite absolutely positively not. So he overestimated his intelligence, thinking that he could essentially pull the wool over people's eyes and concoct this story. He does have Mercury at 8 degrees, trining his Mars. His Mars is at 9 degrees Libra, and Mercury is at 8 degrees Gemini. That's a really nice trine, 120-degree angle. So that makes him even more smart, clever, and alert. What's interesting is that at the time of his attack, well, this is actually an interesting quote. So, doubling down, he said to, what was her name? Roberts. Oh, that I forget her name. The on Good Morning America, he said to her, "I'm pissed off. It's like, at first it was like, listen, if I tell the truth, then that's it, because it's the truth. Then it became a thing of like, oh, how can you doubt that? Like, how do you not believe that? It's the truth," he said. And then he said, and then it became a thing of like, oh, it's not necessarily that you don't believe that this is the truth. You don't even want to see the truth. Okay. Anyway, when we look at what happened on the night that he cried wolf, we notice that Saturn, transiting Saturn at 14 degrees Capricorn, was making a square to his natal Saturn at 15 degrees Libra. Now, Saturn, in this instance, it may have made him much more ambitious during this time, and really wanting to achieve, right? But Saturn does not believe in shortcuts. Like, you can't do shortcuts with Saturn or it will kick your ass. Meanwhile, actually, on that night that he lied, transiting Neptune was also making a quincunx to his Saturn, which is also not good at all, because it puts you in that position of wanting to deceive and lie with Neptune and fuzzy things up and confuse issues, as opposed to actually doing the work. But the question remains, what's going to happen on his trial that is set for November 29th? Well, it's interesting. We have a lot of things that are going to be going on. According to this chart, he is going to have Mercury, the Sun, and Mars in his 6th house. 6th house is open enemies. It's about work, servants, your day-to-day life. And I think that with Uranus there, though, having it'll just have passed with the Sun there. I think he's going to be fine. I think he's going to get off of this. I'd be really surprised, because he does have Jupiter in his 10th, which has to do with authority and how you're seen and whatnot. I don't know how he could possibly get off, but it looks like he probably will. You also have, right now, well, actually, what's interesting is Pluto is still squaring his Pluto. that's interesting as well. So I don't know. It looks like he's going to get off and get away with it again. That's my guess. But I would love to hear what you guys think of this slap on the wrist. Yeah, I don't know how we can get away with it. I understand that he Good morning, Jamie. I understand that, obviously his reputation has been hurt during this whole ordeal, but I mean, I don't know. Can he ever? Oh, absolutely. Yeah. So I might talk about Neptune and how it's illusionary and deceptive and whatnot, but, you know, it also can be used for good things like spirituality. It's about like escape, right? So a lot of people who have Neptune strong in their chart, they're really, really great actors or models. They create a dream and they invite you into the dream and they make you believe it's true. So Neptune can be really, really great and really otherworldly. So it's not always bad. Ooh, interesting. So Silvery Gray says that he has political and social connections. Oh boy, maybe that's the case. Yeah, this is what I wonder too. Maybe he'll get off, but it'll be interesting to see if he ever gets an acting job again. I don't know. It'll be interesting. We shall see. But yeah, Neptune can be really, really great, actually. So let's talk about what is next in terms of tomorrow. So you're all set for tomorrow. It should be really cool. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. But let's see what is going to be going on tomorrow. Well, some really good news. So this guy is quite chuffed because the moon in Cancer is about to leave Cancer and it's about to enter his sign because obviously he's a Leo. He's wearing a crown. Thursday, October 28th, it is going to be a waning moon like we have been for a bit now. So the waning moon is all about the decrease in energy from the full moon to the new moon. So it's all about decreasing, hacking away day to day of what no longer serves its purpose. What is love flows, what is not goes. And Thursday is Jupiter's day. So it's all about expansion and growth and, opportunity. And the moon will be in Cancer until 5:07 a.m. and then Leo. So Leo words and phrases include creative, warm, passionate, benevolent, playful, proud, dramatic, on his Leo moon. Not it by a long shot, because also this brother has Venus sextiling Pluto as well, which is a really great aspect. So be sure to make some really good plans for tomorrow if you can, because this aspect is great for partying and making love. This transit should have us feeling warm, friendly, and sexy, and happy to share the good feelings. In addition to merrymaking, nudge, nudge, wink, wink, you may receive gifts, money, and compliments, or you might give them if you are so inclined. It's a great time for socializing, especially dating, as you'll have even more charm, confidence, and charisma. So definitely enjoy your Thursday tomorrow. And even if Venus isn't sextile Pluto, it's always good to have a party. And I am having a party. I'm having a Halloween party, and it should be fun. It's right on Halloween, 9 p.m. EDT. The link to it, the invite, is in the description of this video. So you can wear a costume, and it has to be a good costume. I'm only choosing because there's probably going to be a limited amount of readings I do. So you want to definitely step it up. It's not like, you put a mustache, you pencil a mustache on your face, but wear a costume of some sort and you can get a quick reading, and it's while energy supplies last, because I have to go. I have other plans that night too, so I have to keep my energy in check. But for the party, it will be a night of haunted trivia. If you guys like trivia, scary stories, readings, and more. Goodness knows what we will come up with. But I'm definitely looking for ideas, and there's going to be music, maybe dancing, lots of fun. So I hope you guys will be coming. So let's see here. You do not need a locals membership. No. Locals, no, I'm doing it myself. But you can always, join locals if you want, obviously. Oh, Diane, it's your birthday? This I didn't. Tomorrow is your birthday, Diane. Well, you are lucky. You're gonna have one hell of a solar return with that beautiful aspect, this Venus sextile Pluto. So have a happy birthday. That's gonna be awesome. But yeah, enjoy your wonderful Thursday and the rest of your day today. How many people are coming already? Last time I checked, it was like 18. So quite a few. It should be a lot of fun. There'll be music, and just like a party I would have in real life, I'm not going to be there the whole time. I'm probably going to be like running around, letting you guys socialize, stuff like that. Prayers for Sin's kidney. Yes, we shall absolutely be praying for your kidney, Sin. I don't understand how to do the pun. You're a locals member. You don't have to join locals. All you got to do is click that link that I put in the description of this video. And yeah, you just put in your email in and you just register for the party. It'll be super fun. But yeah, that's it for me, folks. Thank you so much. And again, because I haven't said it enough, right? Like this video and subscribe to my channel if you have not already. And if you're looking for a psychic astrology reading, we shall read your tarot cards, run your astrological chart, show you how you can make the most of your life. Just check out my website, psychicsun.com, and we will hook you up with a reading. It is a milestone one, is it? Oh, I won't ask, because you never ask a woman her age unless you want to be, 6 feet deep from what I've gathered. Anyway, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Happy birthday, Diane, again, and I shall see you tomorrow. Take super good care. Bye-bye.